What? Yeah. Yeet. I do believe we are officially live and the session is now almost ready to go. Boom! There it is, 6:04, right on the dot, right on the money. So with that being said, let's dive into some shit because over the past few weeks, a lot of shit's happened that could be called funny. But as you can see, I started off with a what? Because I got my Austin 316 shirt on, ready for him to pop out tonight and show John Cena and show The Rock what's good. Because I do firmly believe if you got Stone Cold in Vegas, you got him nearby the venue, he's inside Allegiant Stadium. What? Might as well use him and call on him and bring him out. Because that's the bottom line, and that's what El Tucker Tente said so. Speaking of which, it is your host with the most, the creme de la creme, the one that they do in fact call him, Mr. El Tucker Tente, the ultimate, a.k.a. we'll save the rest for next Sleepless Saturday night, but it is a blessed, wonderful, beautiful Sleepless Sunday, and not only a Sleepless Sunday, but we got a trifecta of things going on here, so let me kick it off by saying Happy Easter to those who celebrate. Happy 420 as well to those who celebrate. Shout out the good brother Doomer. Put on a great 420 set as well over on Discord. Hopefully they can still check that out as well. I don't know if they can go back and check out the stream, but that is over on Discord at the record spot. And he had some bops going. And as we were just mentioning, Happy Wrestlemania Night 2, a.k.a. WrestleMania Weekend. And happy return to Pull Up a Chair. I was definitely excited to get back in front of this camera without the sunnies on and talk about some stuff that's unfolded over this wild month of April, because it's been a minute since I've been able to pop in. I've had some things come up, but, it's been one of those months you got to work around it, stay on the grind, stay thriving and flying. So with that being said, I'll kick it off by saying a couple weeks ago, something I was really excited to talk about. Set was live only, Doomer said. So next time, be there or be a square. And you don't want to be a square, so stay in the record spot, circle, and go subscribe to that over on Discord. So with that being said, though, a couple weeks ago, went to an ICW wrestling show. First time ever being to an indie wrestling show. It was out in Detroit. First time ever being in Detroit. Motor City, Doomer country, baby. But no, it was a really nice trip out there. Nice drive there, nice drive back. I wasn't driving, so I had to have a few what they call road pops. Which definitely had to put a few of those back. But no, it was a blessed, wonderful time. Got to meet some of the wrestlers. Dr. Redacted, Otis Kogar, Atticus. I don't know, for those that maybe saw the video, looked like he was about to rip my throat out when I said to him that you don't do shit. And then I pussied out and folded immediately and said, don't hurt me, I'm from Cleveland. And that wasn't even the one that was from Cleveland. So ain't that about it. So that was really fun, though. Had a blessed, wonderful time there with good old brother Scotty Two Stone and his mutual good brother as well. That was a lot of good fun, a lot of great time, great matches as well. Fucking glass tubes shattering and flying all over the place. I got shoved by secondhand shoved, I should say, by Dr. Redacted, the murder surgeon. He sent me and my brewski flying. That brewski was dead in the water, baby. Spilled all over the ground like that little Kittner boy in Jaws. But got to meet a couple of the different wrestlers, though. MM3, shout out The Process. He tore down the house. Thought that was a great match. Dr. Redacted, thought that was really fun. That triple threat was insane, actually. And then Bobby Beverly getting the title at the end of the night, only to lose it the next day. What the hell? But no, had a blessed, wonderful time there. Those videos are up on my TikTok as well if you want to watch me bitch out to Atticus. And now we got Atticus in the WWE ID program, so hopefully that furthers his push. But that was one of the things I did over the past couple of weeks. Last weekend, as you guys know, no shows because I was celebrating my 3-year, my trifecta anniversary with my beautiful wife. We ended up getting some dinner. Of course, that was a lot of fun. Went to the Rock Hall. Got to catch that vibe, catch that energy, get to see the new 1980s stuff that they got up there, and plus all the new inductee stuff, and vote on who I want to get in there next. Spoiler alert, me and wifey both voted for Outcast. But no, that was a lot of fun. Took some pictures there. I haven't quite posted those yet. But had a blessed, wonderful, fun time there. Always love being at the Rock Hall. And then let's see what else I do, huh? Been playing the shit out of WWE GMO. Just getting ready, really just been in the been in a big wrestling zone. Obviously, it's WrestleMania month, WrestleMania week, WrestleMania weekend. What? So you got to make sure to also get in some wrestling and get in some extra gaming and all that good shit. Been a lot of fun. Been grinding with the new EP. Saw me this pen coming soon. Don't forget it. And can make this announcement live on Pull Up a Chair because it will be posted with the link to this episode as soon as this episode is wrapped up. But did just want to say, I've been saying new merch available soon for quite some time now. So now I can take the soon off that and switch it in with an N-O-W. New merch available now. Exercise your demons. Multiple colors. Got crew necks, got hoodies, got t-shirts. Of course, as we got the summer rolling in, but who knows? Maybe it stays chilly where you're from, or maybe you're like me and you like covering up your sleeves like you're a heroin addict. So there is new merch available now in the tree of links, located in all the good old links and bios. But no, new merch available now. Really looking forward to what you guys think about that. Ready to get that posted. Then there's been, what the hell's been going on out here? We had the Dreamville Fest. Saw that was dope. That was the last one. We got the Lyrical Lemonade Festival, I believe, coming up. Nice lineup for that. Adam 22's got a nice mugshot lineup with his No Jumper crew. Peep that. Where do I want to go here? March Madness. I saw that was wrapped up. That was dope. I didn't pay too much attention to it. First time I didn't have a bracket since about 2010. So I want to kick this thing off with. Well, I got a lot of new music. I got a review. Definitely been a minute. Speaking of Adam 22, I saw he had to file for company bankruptcy, if I'm not mistaken, for No Jumper. Oh, that's tragic. I lost so much sleep over that. God forbid that would happen to DJ Vlad. I don't know what I'd do. I'd be in shambles, brother. But let's see. We got 29 Candles available now. New single from Sell Me This Pen. What? Definitely got to appreciate, wanting to say a quick little thank y'all to everybody that's been streaming that as well and posting it on your stories and hearing it in the background of your Snapchats and your videos, man. It's always a blessed and wonderful, beautiful time to be able to hear that. But 29 Candles, the first and only single. Who knows, though? Maybe that could change. I don't know. I don't know to you. I don't know to you. I do. Could change. But that is the first single available now on all DSPs. You'll also locate it in the tree of links, which is also located in all of the links and bios. Let's see, though. We had the new Russ record come out that I liked a lot called Movin'. I'm just kind of running up my ad list here. We got Swavey, drop Discredit, like that a lot. AZ Chike dropped a fire new single, What Times 2. Thought that was great. We got Out the Blue, Emotional Oranges. Love it. You got Hoochie Coochie, Sexy Red Baby. Big Sexy, what? Definitely recommend checking that one out. I always fuck with Big Sexy. Then you got G-Lo, Law and Order. G-Lo, baby. He keeps making the same song over and over and over again, and I'm here for it. So bring that shit. Then you got Ray Vaughn with the Dollar Menu single. Love it. You got Rod Wave with the record Sinners. I'm not sure if that's associated with the movie. Heard great things about that movie, by the way, but that is not one of the movies I'll be able to review today, for I have not seen it yet. We got another Roy Woods Stay With Me single. Dug that a lot. You guys are going to sue me, but it's okay. Hate me all you want. I like the new G-Eazy single, Fight and Fuck. That's what his music tends to be, emotions that they can get out of you. Of course, we're working our way up there, brother. Don't you worry. Because I got to work back over a couple weeks. We got That Mexican OT and Sauce Walka, Samsung Screens. We got Big X The Plug versus Bailey, with Bailey Zimmerman, which I was not aware of how much I was going to end up really digging that. Got a new Ed Sheeran single, Azizim, which I know I'm botching that bitch. But I thought that was really solid. You got Finesse, 2 of them. Bassinet, thought that was awesome. You got Swavey with another single, Topless, thought that was a banger. Then that works us right up to here, which I think this weekend had the most stuff come out of as far as music that I really fuck with and have been jamming with a lot. Just kick it off. Doomer's got it right there, alley-oop for me. We got the new Westside Gunn EP, Heels Have Eyes, named after his wrestling promotion as well. Shout out Westside Gunn, Westside Pootie. And I love Westside Gunn. Love the EP. I believe it's 6-7 joints on there. You get Mac Miller reference on Einstein Kitchen. But no, highly recommend checking that EP out. That is a HIGH 420. Capital highly recommend checking out that EP. And to go with highly recommending checking out that EP, let's just roll down the line here. To kick it over from EP to an album, I highly recommend checking out Kush and Orange Juice 2. Way to follow it up after all these years, Mr. Cat, Mr. Wiz Khalifa, Mr. Pittsburgh. Thank you for really giving us something that we have been wanting for so long, and to get back into that blog era vibe and energy. Man, the features were fucking off the hook on it. I know Doomer rated it like an 8.5 or an 8 out of 10. I'm actually agree with him, maybe even get closer to 9. Think that there wasn't one track wasted. Got to go with What's Happening, which I saw he also did a part of that for his On the Radar freestyle. Highly recommend checking out Just to See You Smile featuring RMR as well. And 5-star with Gunna is an absolute banger. That might be one of my favorite Gunna features ever, for real. So I highly recommend checking out Cushion OJ2. And I know Wiz would back me up on the capital HIGH on that. Happy 420 as well to Wiz Khalifa. And the other 2 highly recommendations I have to check out are actually singles. Let's go with JID Work, WRK. Oh, my God. Yeah, with Chevy Taylor Gang, baby. But WRK with Jid. Highly recommend checking that out. The Flow God, that man, I'm telling you, he's got gills. He don't breathe. I love being his producer because something tells me you don't have to take a single inkling of even a hint, a skosh of a breath off that record, because I'm telling you, that man don't be breathing. That shit's not normal. He might be an alien. We should probably see if he was born in Area 51 and when that was, because it's absolutely insane that he can float like that. Highly recommend checking that out. And then over to the Godfather of Harlem, MGM original series, Swiss Beats presenting the soundtrack. We got a joint off of that, baby, and it's called Danger Danger with Swiss Beats, Pusha T, and the Don Jada, Mr. Jadakiss, the captain of the Locks. As you guys know, love everything involved with that record. Definitely highly recommend checking that out. They smoked the fuck out of that. And the other joint I would say to highly recommend check out of the weekend, if I had one left, I'd say go with Horoscope, featuring Pharrell Williams. John Bellion got his dream collaboration in. John Bellion's back outside, back dropping music, hitting the wavelengths. And to follow up his Kid Again and Wash singles, we got another great new single with Horoscope. Highly recommend checking that out. Always love being able to get new John Bellion, which also kind of leads into... like I said, I've been seeing some chatter over the past couple of weeks, so I'm going to dive in and I'm going to get started on one and save the rest for the upcoming episodes of Pull Up the Chair, where we will have guests that we can also have conversations with and hear their takes as well, not just your ultimate senseis. But saw that there's a lot of chatters going on about Mount Rushmores, a lot of producer Mount Rushmore, Atlanta Mount Rushmore, New York Mount Rushmore. But the one that I thought while we dive in, because as you know, we discussed and chatted about white rapper Mount Rushmores on this show before. So for this week, I would like to dive in and do a white rapper Mount Rushmore. I'm going to just throw mine out there. Y'all share what you think of my Mount Rushmore, and y'all share me what your Mount Rushmore is, and then I'll tell you what I think of yours in the comments down below. So from my white rapper Mount Rushmore, I'll even go in order. Number 1. Come on now, whose jacket am I wearing? My name ain't Larry. I'll tell you who it is, though. Larry Fisherman, Larry Lovestein, the great Mr. Malcolm McCormick, Mac Miller. So Mac Miller being my number 1. Number 2, if I got Mac as my 1 by default, I do need to put this man in. Mr. Marshall Mathers, Eminem, the rapper Eminem. You look like this? No, but God, that looks like an Eminem. That's round. But no, I got Eminem. Number 3, personal taste here, people. Don't freak out on me. Number 3, I'm going with Action Bronson, Mr. Bam Bam Bronsolino. Action Bronson, number 3. And again, personal taste. Do not blame me. But I'm going to go logic. I'm going to go Logic as that's my 4. Now, if I'm going unbiased, 4 in order. I know I'm going to leave somebody out, so let's just dive right into it, shall we? Number 1, Eminem. Number 2, Mac Miller. Forget somebody, don't forget somebody, don't forget somebody. Number 3, oh dear God. I would probably say LP, Run the Jewels. Yeah. Right? I feel like I'm definitely forgetting somebody right now. Why is this killing me? I go M for unbiased. It's M Mac. Fuck it. I'll probably go LP. And I guess the Eastside Cleveland Wild Boy, MGK, for number 4. Unbiased. Biased, he ain't getting there. But I'd probably have to put him in that slot. But I am very curious to see what your guys' Mount Rushmores are. I saw that the joke is on us as far as 24K Golden was concerned. I've been hearing for 2 years that dude fall off. And now after 2 years, I can proudly say that man is a fucking genius. Because he banked a $2 billion fucking deal selling his soda brand to Pepsi Company. Ooh, like that. Terminology with the 4 slot. 1 with M, 2 Mac, 3 Bam Bam. I like that, Doomer. Good shit. But yeah, I saw that people were thinking the 24K Golden falling off. Well, shit, I'll fall off too for a $2 billion deal. I'll fall off the face of the planet. Fuck that. Throw me out in the Bermuda Triangle, baby. But I saw also as well that SOS, don't worry, I'm not going to say it, Doomer, becomes the longest top 10 reigning Billboard album of any black artist in history, dethroning Thriller. Solana, you said my rap was fire back in 2013. Therefore, I forever support you, SZA. But no, incredible artist, so deserving of it. Such an amazing, great album. Again, I'm not going to say it. I'm biting my tongue for you, Doomer. Biting my tongue for you right now because I'm not going to say it. But SOS absolutely deserves that so much, seeing it get that nod and getting that accolade. I'm sure Michael Jackson would not be upset. Still okay. You know what? You said still not better than Control. I say better than Control. So now for when everybody watches this, I'm gonna put a poll in the comment section. I want to know who you guys agree with. You agree with your ultimate sensei, or do you agree with the good brother Doomer, Mr. KRS3? So we'll let them decide this debate. Because that's how you solve things in America. You solve them in the YouTube comment section below podcast videos. You want to make a change? That's where you make the change. Boom! Right there in the Sleepless Radio El Ticker Tente YouTube comment section. Shout out to Playboy Cardi as well. I've still been bumping that I Am Music album a lot, or in fact might just be called Music. I saw that he was the first artist in history to chart 30 plus songs on the Billboard Hot 100. He was able to chart 31 simultaneously at the same time, which therefore I think it sparks a debate. And I can't wait to have this debate with somebody. Maybe y'all are going to debate me in some comment sections. Who knows? But, excuse me. I firmly believe that now this makes Playboy Cardi 4 for 4 on his album discography. You got the self-titled, you got Die Lit, you got a Whole Lot of Red, and now you got I Am Music. I personally think this is starting to get a little bit like, okay, he's kind of on a run here across 4 albums. Granted, that spanned over the course of like 9 years because I believe he popped out in like 2015, 2016. But I think overall, I know people find it crazy. You can sue me all you want. I'm a vamp, man. At this point, I'm a vamp. I'm still rocking with that album, still going back to joints, still catching shit that I didn't even really catch before. Shout out Playboy Cardi, though, man. I think it's time to have that discussion where you start putting him in certain debates and kind of putting certain respect on that name. Because at this point, if you ask me, he's 4 for 4 on the discog. And it's like, all right, man, we might have a classic in there too. Maybe even 2 of them, maybe even 3 of them. And who knows, maybe even 4 of them, depending on how this album ages, because it seems like with Playboi Carti music, it's always even a little bit ahead of its time. But no, shout out Playboi Carti. Really can't say enough great things about that guy. Is his performances off the charts terrible? Yeah, he don't perform too well. But really, what does he got to do? Just play the backtrack and just jump around to it while he's just flying off of fucking Molly and Coke for 2 hours. So I don't know. Plus, he's on one of the theme songs for WrestleMania. In fact, he's on both of them, Fiend and Timeless. So shout out Playboi Carti. I got nothing but great things to say about him. And then, if we're still talking music before we dive into anything else, how about Katy Perry being a fucking Patriot, huh? Katy, John Glenn, who? John Glenn, what? Katy Perry, what? She might have something to say about it. Katy Perry might be the first woman to go land on the moon. She might go back up. She might spin the block on space. Who knows? I mean, after just spending 11 minutes, barely enough time to order and receive your Starbucks coffee, at Burger King, they tell you to pull around. You'd be waiting longer than Katy Perry's in space. But no, Katy Perry went on a very lengthy 11-minute adventure, touched the ground, kissed the ground. Shout out Katy Perry. We know what she did last Friday night. She took her California girls right up there to space. But no, shout out Katy Perry. What a fucking angel, man. She somehow found a way to stir up the honkies in the most unique way I've ever seen. All she did was fly to space and come right back and kiss the ground, and they stirred the pot right up. But no, Katy Perry, you are insane. And I'm so glad that you've been replaced by Carrie Underwood on American Idol, somebody that can actually really, really sing. But no, I'm kidding. I used to be a Katy cat. Fuck with a lot of the music. But come on, Katy Perry. What are we kissing the ground for? What are we kissing the ground for, Matthew McConaughey and Interstellar? You didn't go through no crazy black holes up there. You literally went up and came down. In fact, when I first heard how long she was up there, I was like, did they even make it? Or did this shit turn into the fucking Challenger? I don't know. But they did make it back safely. Shout out Katy Perry for stirring up the honkies. Saw Young Boy has also been freed. Young Boy never jailed again. Shout out Young Boy. Happy to see him outside touching the grass. He's the one who should have kissed the ground when he got out. Not Katy Perry. He should have been the one to kiss the ground. Saw that we got a lot of new movies and TV shows out. Oh, trip to space longer than a Kardashian marriage. Shit. Damn. Kanye's Twitter rants be lasting longer than 11 minutes. Way longer than 11 minutes. But I did see, as I was saying, a lot new TV shows, movies came out. I'll share some of the stuff I watched. I watched the new Twister doc about the Joplin, Missouri tornado in 2011. Thought that was a great doc. I've been watching the new episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. They're back. I've been watching Stephanie's Places. Great show with Stephanie McMahon as the host. Then that leads me to 2 movies, though. Have been catching up on some of the movies that I wanted to see over the past couple of months. Starting with the one that I bought a couple days ago that I did watch, first one up the bat, would be Stephen King's The Monkey, which I do recommend checking out that movie. It's got a lot of fun death scenes, a lot of fun horror to it. Moves quick as well. Definitely a fast-paced movie. Really liked it. Overall, though, I don't think it was Stephen King's best. That's why I saw there's definitely some mixed reviews on it. But overall, though, I thought the way they used the monkey and the way that, like, the story and the plot was developed throughout it and the way they kind of wrapped it up towards the ending. Really enjoyed the monkey, though. But, we got Doomer said I saw the movie Trap with Josh Hartnett. Yeah, I like Trap. I know I mentioned before on here that I watched it as well. But I would say the monkey would slightly be a little bit ahead of the Trap. But best I've seen recently. J. Roll and Joey, the good brother, popped in. Thank you. Best movie that I've seen recently is the one that I just watched on Friday night with wifey. She loved it. I loved it. What? That would be The Woman in the Yard. Now that I, with a capital on 420, HIGH, highly recommend checking out. Best movie I've seen recently, hands down, Woman in the Yard. It's an hour and 27 minutes, not a second wasted, not a sentence wasted, not a motion or movement in that movie wasted. Very small. It's just a nice setting. It's literally takes place at the house. You never leave the house or the yard. It starts off immediately. It's not one of those movies where they want to tell you the character's shoe size before they finally tell you something significant in the plot. It's, hey, here's the mom, here's her kids. Who's this batshit crazy lady in the yard that we can't see her face? Boom. And the rest of the movie just takes off from there. Like I said, no wasted breaths in that movie or movements. Highly recommend checking out The Woman in the Yard. And let me know what you guys have been watching as well. So maybe it's something I missed. Maybe it's, yeah. See, that's what I mean. Oh, wait, if the shoe fits, then it might just apply to that movie. But no, just kicks right off the bat, kicks it into high gear, full gear. Highly recommend checking it out as well. And let me know what you guys have been watching TV show and movie-wise. Of course, as you guys know, I've been watching The Righteous Gemstones, HBO Max. I love me some Righteous Gemstones. Dan McBride, Walton Goggins, they've been just tearing it apart, killing it. And it's their last and final season, so I do highly recommend checking that out as well. But then, we just did a Mount Rushmore. Oh, yeah, I did see the new season of Last of Us came out as well. See, I never got too into that game, but I've heard a lot. I've heard that if you like the game, that they actually do it very much justice and do it very justifiably in the show adaptation from the game. So with that being said, it's hats off to them. Obviously, I know a lot of people have played that game, but as you guys know, I'm an Xbox kid. I'm an Xbox guy. So unfortunately, I never really was able even to get that much into Last of Us because by the time Last of Us came out, my Sony PlayStation days were behind me. Brother, yeah, dude, yeah. But sorry, it's WrestleMania weekend, man. It's just part of how it's been this weekend. It's just mannerisms that just seem to come out. I can't help it. It's unstoppable. But as I was saying, we just did a Mount Rushmore, which I'm very excited to see what you guys say about that. But I saw something on Facebook earlier that I kind of wanted to bring to pull up a chair. So if we did a Mount Rushmore and we're back, it's pull up a chair, it's a sleepless Sunday, it's Easter, it's 420, it's Mania night too, brother. Yeah, what? Yeah. But one gotta go, and all of them. One gotta go, and all of them. Can't keep one of them. One gotta go. Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, Seth Rogen, Will Ferrell. One gotta go. I did not like how it took me about 10 minutes to actually post an answer to that question. I'm excited to see what you guys say. So definitely leave a comment down below. Leave a comment while we're live. Let me know. But I gotta say, if one gotta go, them and all their movies. You got Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, Seth Rogen, Will Ferrell. He said, I gotta go. Keep them. He said, I'll go. Keep them. I like that. I know, man. I like to break it down like this. So let me give you my thought process on it so you can show how I landed on my answer before I give my answer. Those are literally four of my favorite comedic actors right there. Like if that was Chris Farley instead of the name that I'm going to leave off, I would probably be saying what J. Rill and Joey's saying. Like, I literally can't decide this. But with that being said, I got to keep Jim Carrey because I can't let Bruce Almighty, Yes Man and Liar Liar go. Can't do that. Seth Rogen, I can't let go because of Superbad and This Is the End. I can't let Will Ferrell go because of Step Brothers and Talladega Nights. You see where I'm going with this? Jay Rowland said probably Seth. You said Will Ferrell. Well, then I'm going to throw out my name. One gotta go in that situation. I'm having a hard time saying it, but I would probably have to go with Adam Sandler. I mean, if I'm taking the filmographies of all four of those gentlemen, and I look at it like, well, I can't do without that. Well, I can't do without that. Well, I can't do without that. I'd take a look at Adam Sandler, and there's a couple of movies that'd be hard for me to wave goodbye to. But I'd have to wave goodbye. Yeah, and, it really comes down to that too as well. I mean, don't get me wrong though, classics on end, bangers on end. I'll be honest too. The movie that comes to mind that would be the hardest for me to part with Adam Sandler, the hardest movie for me to part with would probably be The Longest Yard. So like that shows you like I do love and like a lot of Farley movies, but you also got to remember when it comes to me, I tend to like his friend stuff more. Grown Ups would be another one to would be another one difficult to wave by to. Big Daddy would be, oh fuck. Big Daddy would, yeah, that'd be a hard one to wave goodbye to too. Damn. Yeah, that one would be difficult, no doubt. But yeah, so when you put it that way, I agree with you. You got to go Sandler too. Yeah, I mean, in that situation, if it was Chris Farley and not Adam Sandler, though, I'd be saying, well, I don't know, like, because I can't do it without Tommy Boy. But I do tend to like David Spade and Chris Rock and Kevin James, and I like a lot of his friend stuff too a lot. But yeah, no, as far as that's concerned, sorry, Sandman, love you, but you gotta go. I'm excited to see what you guys say, and I like your guys' responses as well. Which then that leads us right into the two last things I was going to say before we get up out of here and get ready for WrestleMania Night 2. So why not recap WrestleMania Night 1? We just did a bumps and bruises the other night. Turns out I only got one of my predictions wrong, and that was, it was not a yeah moment, brother. What? Because what was that? The fact that I saw the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu dethrone Mr. LA Knight, which I was not too happy about that. But we predicted kind of how the night would go at the end of the night, and Paul Heyman would turn on Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, and our best in the world, CM Punk, and has now aligned himself with the visionary, revolutionary, born from the mission position of missionary, Seth Rollins. No, but I don't think that's part of his saying. But no, night one was awesome. El Grande Americano, a.k.a. Omos, defeated Rey Fenix in a solid match. You had banger match started off. You had Jey Uso, yeet, Mania, fire, what? Beat Gunther, the ring, shalala, to kick off the night. Then we had, I believe, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. That was a banger. Great match for Naomi. Great star-making performance for Jade. You got the New Day being the new champs for the record-breaking 12th time. Shout out the New Day. And because some people might say New Day sucks, but over here, we say New Day rocks. But thought that was really great. Obviously, once again, the main event, the triple threat, that match of the year so far this year, that was absolutely incredible. What time is it? What? Tiffy time to throne the musty smelling, coochie looking like coleslaw looking Charlotte Flair to reclaim her championship. Tiffy time, baby. Great night one of WrestleMania. Celebrated it with some of the boys live in the Sleepless Arc. And tonight I'll be watching with my beautiful wife as well. Looking forward to that. Night two, once again, how do we think it's going to unfold? I think, what? Last time I'll do it. Austin 316 is going to come out and whoop the final boss, Mama Rhodes. Ass, not Mama Rhodes, just The Rock. But then you're going to have a great moment to close out the night with that. Obviously, it's John Cena, last WrestleMania. So we're looking forward to his performance tonight. You got the triple threat kicking off the night. The Genius of the Sky, Miss Beautiful EO Sky. And you got the Bianca Belair, the EST, and who? Rhea Bloody Ripley in a triple threat. You got Randy Orton versus who? Literally who? It's a mystery opponent. We don't know yet. We're only speculating. But I'm thinking it's either Nick Aldis, Hornswoggle, or the Boogeyman. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be either Nick Aldis, Solo Sikoa, or maybe, just maybe, the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev. Or Malachi Black, who knows? But I'm excited to see that. Obviously, Bayley's been injured, so she had to get pulled from her match with Lyra Valkyria against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the Judgment Day. So it's interesting to see who's going to fill in for her. I'm calling for it to be Natty. One can only hope, fingers crossed. But I'm hoping that it's my girl Natty. We're rooting for you. The low-key legend, the boat, rooting for you. And then I believe, what else would we have then there tonight? Got some other great matches to look forward to, and now, of course, I'm drawing a blank on him. You got the Sin City Street Fight, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. What? Then you got, I guess that wasn't the last time I'm doing it. And then I believe that just about does her. I do believe that just about does her. I think I may have been forgetting maybe a match or two. But as we close out the show, last thing I wanted to say before I throw in my shameless self-promotions, just wanted to say there's unfortunately over the past couple of weeks too, there's been a few passings in the entertainment world of people that mean a hell of a lot to us. So let me take it from the top. I wanted to say end with R.I.P. George Foreman. Rest easy, champ. Got Ali up there on the wall. I'm sure he was happy to touch gloves with you the moment that you got up there. So R.I.P. George Foreman. R.I.P. Young Scooter. Free bands, baby. And I saw that the woman was arrested for the bogus police call that led to his death. I hope she gets every last second that they can throw at her for that, and I hope she gets the max for that because you costed a young man his life and a father and a son and a family friend his life. So that being said, R.I.P. Young Scooter. R.I.P. I'm your Huckleberry. R.I.P. Val Kilmer, the great Doc, played an incredible performance being Doc Holliday. Batman as well, his filmography. God, we could be here till tomorrow at 6 and still be talking about it. But shout out Val Kilmer, R.I.P. And R.I.P. Judas Priest. Les Binks, the drummer for Judas Priest as well. And on that note, thank you for being tuned in to Pull Up a Chair episode 101. I'll be live tweeting and posting, watching WrestleMania Night 2 with y'all. With that being said, it's Mr. Keep the Love High, Hate Low. Fresh brew review up now. All socials. About to post the new merch as well. Available now. Exercise Your Demons as well as the Sleepless logo. You can get that on hoodies, t-shirts, and crew necks. All shapes and sizes. And we got 29 candles available now. New single off of Sell Me This Pen, which is what? Coming soon. Looking really forward to that as well. Firing on all cylinders, man. We're just having such a blessed, wonderful, beautiful 365 all 2025. Keeping the love high and the hate low, waking up with a smile on. Remind yourselves of 3 things you're grateful for. Hit that like, subscribe to stay tuned in for every Sleepless Radio Sonic Adventure and Pull Up a Chair Expedition. And with that being said, thank you all for being tuned in. Good brother Doomer, J. Roll, and Joey. Love y'all. Peace. Keep the love high, hate low, wake up with a smile on, and peace. Farewell. Happy trails.